Thank you for the introduction. As she said, I'm Lauren Linnell. I'm the Vice President of Sales for Archidiem, and we're excited to have everybody on. We provide a variety of services through Archidiem. So we'll be going through all of those services. We'll be going through what the portal is, how you create an account, how you submit and manage projects, as well as how you manage the account once it's created on the portal. And then we'll obviously take any questions that you guys have as we're going, and at the end as those arise. Main services that we provide component design services, quantity takeoff and estimating services, and we provide Revit design services as well. Now we provide all of these services individually, we provide them combined at times, and we also provide other ancillary services that go along with these. So there's other things that we can do with that, and we can request those and put those through the portal as well. We've got teams with a lot of experience in all of these areas. We've been doing this for quite a while before Archidiem, and we've been really growing quickly with Archidiem. So we're excited to be putting this on for you today, and really get the portal in front of some more people so that we can drive the benefit of that for everyone. So with that, pretty easy to get going. The first thing I'll do is show you guys how you'll get started and actually create an account on the website. So on the front page, right on archidiem.com, we've got the client login. And so anybody can come here. If you already have an account, you can log in. This is the same place it'll take you to log in once everything is set up and up and running. The first thing you want to do, though, is you're going to want to register. So you'll come in and you'll create, just very simple, not a lot of information required to get things set up. So you'll come in and put in your first and your last name, and you'll put in your email address and a company name. And then you'll want to put in, whatever password you're going to use, obviously. So same as any other, sign up that you do on any other website. So you'll register for an account. We'll give you a thank you there. And then all you'll need to do at that point is you'll receive an email that will allow you to verify that your account is there. And once you confirm that account, your email has been confirmed. So I click that in my email account and it'll jump me in. I can put in my email address, put in my password, and you're all set up. Now I'm in the portal. Now what you'll see across the top of the portal, you've got your projects. We're on the main projects page. So this is where, once you have, and we have one that I'll show you that has some projects in here already. But what you're looking at is all the list of projects here. You also have, library of templates for different types of projects. We have users, we have your billing, and then the most important thing, obviously, is how you add projects. So as you saw on the website, we have three main project types. We have Revit design, we do component design, wood designs, and we do quantity takeoffs or estimate projects here on the portal. So we'll walk through setup of a couple of these just to kind of give you an idea of how simple it is to get these projects in, and then we'll go through how to manage those projects and the other things that we can also do on the portal with those. So the first one I will put in is a quantity takeoff project. So I can click on that. I'll put in the the project name. So we'll just call it an estimate. Put in the postal code that you want to put on there. And I'm from North Central Montana, so I like to utilize that when I can. So then this is information that we require, obviously, across the top. That's all. If you want to move on from here, you can. You simply put that in, you move on, and that's all that we need. We also allow you to put in other project information that allows you to filter your projects on the portal for your use later. So you can put in your customer project number, your builder or customer name, the project description, obviously the location, lot number, those types of things. So you can put that information in for your use later. And then once you've got that, click on next. You're going to upload some files. So let's say we need, we're going to upload the architecturals and the structurals to get this takeoff complete. So we'll get those in there. Then one thing that's unique about us that most don't do, and obviously you haven't seen me put anything in other than an email address and confirm the account, is we have actual estimated delivery. We update this. We try to keep this as updated as possible for where we sit at the time. And we're in the live, our live portal right now. So we're going to give you the estimated delivery and an estimated price as you're putting in the details. You don't have to wait for it. You don't have to contact us. You don't have to give us anything else. It's just going to pop up for you. So let's say this is a 2,500 square foot house. It's going to be on a basement. It's going to be a 2-story, and it's a single family custom house. So now I've got the basic details in that are going to drive a lot of that. And then you just tell us what you're looking for. If you want a framing and cornice takeoff, and you want to add drywall, and you want to add, maybe it's in Florida, and you got a CMU, and you want to add roofing. And as I do that, all of the estimated times update and modify. So I think, oh, well, I really don't need CMU on that. I can drop that off, and you get a price. If you wanted to add, any of the concrete or anything else, you can put that on there. You can also, obviously there are times when you might need roof truss takeoff, layout drawings, floor truss takeoffs, whether you want to use, maybe use panelized walls and you want to substitute those for things. So we have lots of different options. And as you pick these different, options and things, your pricing is going to adjust. So once you pick, you need a rafter and ceiling joist takeoff and you need to get that in there. Well, what's the area of that? It's 1,200 square feet. And you just want to use prescriptive design. Well, once you add that, well, the quote's going to update, and we're going to update your estimated delivery time. So all of that is live as you're going through everything. So once you're done, you can either add some comments, explain some things if you need to, add in any additional notes, and you can submit the project. So that's going to upload the files, and now that project is going to show up back in your project dashboard. We can also add, other types of projects. And the other one, the component design is very similar to a quantity takeoff. The other type of project that we do is for Revit designs. Now, this is a service that we have a lot of different levels that we do. Anything from just a base model for Revit all the way up to, construction documentation. So we'll just call this a Revit project, and we'll put this one, we'll put this one in Texas. And same thing, all the same details were there for the additional details. And now here, maybe we're doing the same project. So I'll grab those same files. I'm going to go ahead and upload those. And we got some of the same information here. So we're going to tell it, what the foundation types are, whether it's, maybe this time we'll say it's slab on grade. It's still a 2-story. Now, one thing that we do when we're putting this in is if we know that, for example, if this is a real big project, for example, and you put in a 4-story, well, sometimes the instant quote is not going to work. So if we've got a 4-story project and we've got, or higher square footage, it doesn't automatically calculate everything. We'll tell you there's a manual quote that's required for those, but almost everything else is going to give you an instant quote as we're going through. So now, like you see, there's, where's our delivery date? We've picked that. And then if you need, anything else, you can say, well, actually, yeah, that's great, but I need, let's say it's, 300 feet of, oops. Well, I got to put it on an unfinished basement to put basement square footage in. So we got 300 feet of unfinished basement area and 700 feet of finished basement area, for example. That's going to update my price to match that. What's my output? What version of Revit? If you have a Revit template, and I'll show you how to manage that in a second, you can upload it there. And then do you want construction documents? Maybe you want an extended set of architecturals and a base set with trusses and I-joists for structurals. And everything that you're seeing here, as I'm going, the estimated delivery and the estimated price updates automatically. And we always fall within this range, or sometimes we can come in below it depending on the project if it's very simple. But we really stay within that range for all that. And then you just have to decide, do you need sealed drawings? Do you need, maybe you're putting your wind speed, put in your seismic area. And again, same thing. Once you've got all the details in, click submit. And now your project is submitted. So once again, I can go back, I can browse those projects. They are both sitting here under review, ready to go. And you will have received an email that confirms that these projects are there. And you will receive an email throughout the process as we go. You can always look in your project dashboard here to see what the states are. And I'll show you that in a second with ones that have a little bit more updated project states. But you'll also receive emails along the way. So you don't have to sit here in the portal to know what's going on. We'll update you once we've reviewed it. We'll update you when you have a quote. We'll update you when it's ready for your time to review, and so on. If there's any comments, in any of these, you can always make comments and send those to us, and we can reply here so that all the communication for any individual project is housed here in the portal. It makes it very simple to have everything in one spot. It's a one-stop shop for all of these different services that you have through us and Archidiem for your business. Now I'm going to go ahead and log out, and I'll log into another account that has some more finished projects in it, just to give you an idea of where it's at. So in this account, now I've got one project that's finished. So here's a Revit design, and this one is done. So we can look at that and say, okay, well, there's the Revit model that was completed. There's the deliverables, and this is where you would download any of the files that are housed with that project for that project completion. So you can look at those. Maybe there's something in there that we missed. Maybe there's something that you want to add. Maybe at this point you still want to make a change. You can always request a change on this project. And if it's something that we need to fix, then we'll just do it. And otherwise we can always, put a change order or add a request or anything to keep it with that one. Again, you can always go back as well and see your basic information, all the requests that were made on that project. This one has the quote that was on that. So if I wanted to, I want to view that quote, I can pop that open and see exactly what was quoted, what was approved, when it was done, and all of those types of things as well there. Or you can download that quote in a PDF. You can see any comments were there and any activity as things happen as you go through that project. Now I'm going to go ahead and log out, and I'll log into another account that has some more finished projects in it, just to give you an idea of where it's at. So in this account, now I've got one project that's finished. So here's a Revit design, and this one is done. So we can look at that and say, okay, well, there's the Revit model that was completed. There's the deliverables, and this is where you would download any of the files that are housed with that project for that project completion. So you can look at those. Maybe there's something in there that we missed. Maybe there's something that you want to add. Maybe at this point you still want to make a change. You can always request a change on this project. And if it's something that we need to fix, then we'll just do it. And otherwise we can always, put a change order or add a request or anything to keep it with that one. Again, you can always go back as well and see your basic information, all the requests that were made on that project. This one has the quote that was on that. So if I wanted to, I want to view that quote, I can pop that open and see exactly what was quoted, what was approved, when it was done, and all of those types of things as well there. Or you can download that quote in a PDF. You can see any comments were there and any activity as things happen as you go through that project. Now, I've got a takeoff project here that is marking, showing me, well, this one's in progress. I'm reviewing this one. It needs to be approved. And this one is in progress, ready to go, or ready to be worked on. So we have this as Archidiem. It's being worked on now. Again, it's got your ranges here. It'll show you that. There are no deliverables yet, but I can still come in here and view the quote that was approved if I need to look at anything or download that to see what was done or how things are progressing. Any comments that I need to make at this point? Well, hey, I uploaded it. Maybe you upload, go back to your basic information. Maybe you need to upload some new some new files. If you upload more files here, you can make a comment, hey, please review, second level changes, whatever it might be on that project. And that'll give us an idea of what we're looking at here, and we can make those modifications and get things moving forward. Instead of having email, you can always track then, and you'll get an email if we make comments. You'll get an email from us. If you make a comment on the project, we'll get an email from there based on who's working on that project as well, and it'll keep the communication housed in one place. It's nice and easy to find. So that's everything you can see with the projects, and we do the same thing with the component design projects as well. The other things that we have that are kind of nice, so if you're doing Revit projects, we allow you to upload, say, Revit templates. That would be housed here. So if you have an LOD2 template, an LOD3 template that you want us to use for your Revit projects, you can browse to those inside the project when you request it, and you can upload as many as you need here. That's the library. We also have reference files. So, whether you're doing takeoffs or maybe you're a component design customer and you have specific files that you want set up, or you have go by a design guide or a go by layout or labeling schemes or any of those kinds of things, all of that can be uploaded here, so that when our designers or our technicians or anybody, estimators, get to your projects, they know to look for your reference files, look through your go-bys, anything that's referenced for those projects, and utilize those for your specific projects for our services. Now, we've talked about how to sign up there. Now, what you can also do is we've got a basic user, which is obviously you're going to have an account admin, but you can also invite as many other members of your company to join as well, who can also upload projects and request projects for your company in any sense as well. So if you want to have 3 or 4 designers or a couple of your estimators, or maybe some of your sales personnel need to upload projects to get estimates for projects or whatever it might be, any of those customers or any of your employees, members of your company, can be added. It'll send them an invitation to their email. They can log in with their own account, and you give them access to what you want to give them access to. At that point, they can upload the projects and do what they need to do. So it makes it nice and easy to gauge everything there. And then, you can always come in and update your payment methods. We obviously work out payment terms with a lot of customers. You can also pay if you just want to do some one-off stuff. We accept credit cards and things like that too. So you can set up all those payment methods right there. And then this is where you would come in. So we had the one project that was done. We've got the invoices in here. It's marked as paid already. It's been processed. And if I needed to look at that, similar to the quote, I can grab that. I can print that, send it to Excel, get the PDF, mark, it's ready to go, and it's got all my discounts and all the subtotals and everything on there for that as well. So that is how you can manage, and this will be all of your invoices for all of your projects. And at any time you can go through and search. So if you needed to search one, if there was multiple, you can search for that project name, and that'll search for the project name or invoice number, whatever you might be looking for.